Hey guys, it's Aaliyah with Open Doors, Open Hearts blog, and today I'm excited to take you on some ordinary summer days as I share some of the most rewarding parts of being a homemaker. Usually, this time of year, you'd find me anxiously awaiting fall. It's my favorite season, but this year I'm doing the opposite. I'm doing everything I can to slow time down and soak in every last minute of summer. There are many reasons for this. One of the reasons is that I believe God is teaching me a lesson: to be content, living in the moment and not missing today in anticipation for tomorrow. I feel like He's teaching me that not only is this way better, but in order to do what He has called me to do best, I have to learn this lesson and put it into practice. The end of summer is full. It's full of a bountiful harvest, the last of the year splashes in a warm creek, staying up late chasing fireflies next to the glow of a fire, not to mention that soon it'll be too cold to enjoy a cup of coffee and a book on the front porch. This isn't all that comes with the end of summer, but these are some of our favorite ways to spend these days. And I want to be here for it. My little girls will not always splash in the creek, help me harvest summer's produce, or care to catch fireflies. But they do right now. So, right now, I'm going to make a choice. To be intentional. To watch the wonder of the world through my girls' eyes instead of seeking it in an inanimate object that will never satisfy. Today, as I take you along for some ordinary yet beautiful summer homemaking, I wanted to talk about the most rewarding parts about being a homemaker. The first and most important thing to me is getting to spend more time with my girls and being able to intentionally disciple them. Right now, I feel like in mom culture, there is this belief that we spend too much time with our children and we need to spend more time doing me time. I'm not going to deny that when I go get my hair done or if I spend an evening out having dinner with some of my girlfriends, that I don't enjoy it, because I absolutely do enjoy those times. It's wonderful spending time with other adults and developing meaningful relationships. But I don't believe for 1 minute that I am at a critical point and need to spend less time with my girls, or that the demands of my life as a homemaker are too high. I guess the way I see it is there will be a day when my little girls decide that they want to spend more of their time with someone other than me. So until that day comes, I want to cherish what I have with them.
I like doing this with you. We get some time together and it's fun.
Yeah, I agree. I like doing stuff with you. Like, you like doing it with just mommy?
Yeah.
Without?
Or daddy or whatever, but it's very fun when it's just me and you, or just me, you, and dad.
Some special time.
Yeah.
Not to mention that I'm not just called to be their mother. I'm called to disciple them, to raise them up in the way they should go. In many ways, right now, discipling looks a whole lot more like showing. But they are getting older, and there are more and more times when they are able to show off all of the things that we have taught them. I love spending all of this time with the girls, It is by far my favorite part of being a homemaker. Another rewarding part about being a homemaker that I love so much is having the time to cook and bake food from scratch for my family. I used to hate cooking. I thought I was terrible, and the truth is I probably was. But a few years ago, I realized that cooking for my family was not just about satisfying their hungry bellies. It was about providing them with healthy and nutritious food that was going to help grow and develop their bodies. And once I realized that, my fear of cooking became a challenge that I was ready to conquer. I am a type A personality, and so when I'm faced with a challenge, especially one that I'm passionate about, I dig in. And that's exactly what I did with baking and cooking. And now that I'm not afraid to cook in the kitchen, it's something that I get to teach my girls so that they do not have that fear that I used to have. And they're doing so good. Honestly, at the young age that they are now, I feel like they're better than I was when I was a newlywed. In a lot of ways, this is becoming a little bit related to my favorite part about being a homemaker. But it's so good and so rewarding. I felt like I just had to mention it again. Honestly, there's nothing better than when my girls come run and find me and tell me that they've finished dinner, and to see the smiles on their faces when their dad and I tell them how good it tastes. The last thing that I like about being a homemaker is the ability to set our schedule and to go slow. Before I was a full-time homemaker, I was a nurse at a hospital, and so I would wake up and rush out the door to get to work 5 days a week. Then my oldest was born, and at that point, we had decided that I would cut my hours and I would only work at the hospital 2 days a week. But when she reached kindergarten age and I was sending her to school, the rushing began all over again as I was rushing her onto the bus. When my husband asked if I would consider staying home full time, I was a little nervous. But now I look at my life and I honestly could not envision it any other way. I recently ran into someone I used to work with at the hospital, and they asked if I missed it, and my response was absolutely not. It's not that I didn't love my job. I did. I loved taking care of the kids. But now that I'm a mom, being a full-time homemaker is the best decision that we have ever made. Now I get to let them wake up when they're ready to wake up, and then we get to start the day. And starting the day that way is so nice. We wake up, we read our devotions, we have breakfast, we do some chores, and then we start school, and we're not rushing everybody in a million different directions. I have not arrived in any of the areas as a homemaker, but I'm working on it. And because of how important it is, I will never stop working on it. Honestly, thinking about the woman God sees when He looks at me is so encouraging, and it motivates me to want to be better and wants me to be the homemaker that He has called me to be. Especially on those hard and exhausting days. Days when the girls break a kitchen drawer or melt cheese all over the oven burners. On those days when I'm impatient, and instead of using those opportunities as a discipling opportunity or a teaching opportunity, I lose my temper. But the thing is while I'm discipling my girls, I am also being discipled. I am learning all the time new things and ways to get better at being a homemaker, at being a mother and a wife. So, if you're like me and you're trying to soak up all the rewarding parts of your life as a homemaker, but the truth is obvious that there is room to improve, remember that God who created the universe sees you as you are. He loves you, and He knows that you will become more and more the woman that He created you to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it encouraged and inspired you. I'll see you next time. Bye.